Today's episode of Film Riot is brought to you by Netflix.
Today on Film Riot Mondays, we make our own sound effects and have another free download for you lovely peoples.
I changed my mind.
Then you don't get your $10.
I don't care.
That's like 3 root beer floats. Last time you only got 1.
Last time it wasn't a gun.
I am strong and true.
I feel nervous in my tummy.
That's natural in the face of certain death.
What?
I can't believe you like the Green Lantern.
No, I hated Green Lantern.
Oh, my mistake.
You're just trying to distract me.
No, I'm not.
Why am I in the shower?
Well, we can't take a real gun outside, and I don't want to make a mess in my house, now do I?
What do you mean make a mess?
Ready, and 3,
Not ready.
2...
I said in fact not ready.
1.
See you in a minute, Jesus. Oh, that was loud.
See you in a minute, Jesus.
You said certain death, and I want my $10.
Logo. Welcome to Film Riot Mondays, the baby brother to Film Riot. You know, we're just dropping that extra content on you, and what's not. Today, we have some more fun with things that go boom. I just love the 4th of July. It's the only time of year that you could do things that sound like a real gunshot and nobody calls the cops. So I guess it would actually be the perfect time to kill someone. No one called the cops. I'd be like, they're just celebrating freedom. Shut up, Jim! So I still have some leftover firecrackers from the 4th of July, and while trying to decide what to do with them, I wondered, hey, could I make a good gun sound effect shot by recording different sizes of explosions in different ways and then mixing them together? So then I decided, hey, I probably could. Let's do that. And this sort of practice is nothing new. One of the main things sound designers do is to go out and collect all sorts of sounds to make the sound effects for the film. A really great example of this can be found on the behind the scenes video that just went up for the sound design of Transformers. So go to this linky if you're interested to enjoy. It's quite cool. But before we get into this, I must advise that you do not try this yourself. Explosions of any kind can be dangerous and blow off limbs and make your mother scream and cry. But if you do go against my advice and your better judgment and do it anyway, make sure you know what sort of thing you're setting off before you stand too close to it.
I'm afraid.
Oh man.
Holy crap!
To record this, I used the H4n Zoom, a shotgun mic, and a condenser mic. Then I put one mic on each side of the fireworks so that I could record the explosion in stereo, which would hopefully make it sound heavier. Then I grabbed my different levels of explosions and then a bunch of things that I could use to change the characteristic of the sound, like a box, a rag, a metal pan, a grill lid, a bottle, a paper towel tube, so on. And I also set up some packing blankets all around the area I was going to be recording to try to minimize the amount of unwanted reverb. Now I started by recording just a bare firecracker, but I found that this sound wasn't very strong. It kind of just sounded like somebody was slapping somebody else in the face. So I needed to get a whole lot more of the low ends to shine through. So I tried putting it under a towel and then in a paper towel tube. Both were a bit better, but not there just yet. I then put it inside a cardboard box, and instead of recording the sound coming out of the top of the box, I put it on the sides of the box. And this was one of my favorite configurations. I then did a variation of this where I put a grill top inside and had the firecracker explode on top of the grill top. It still had that deep sound that I wanted coming through the sides of the cardboard, but it also added a nice metal hit to it as well. Then after this, I went through a few more variations. It's time to take the audio clips in and start mixing together to make the sounds you want. I decided to use soundtracks instead of Pro Tools. My reasoning for this was because I figured if I used my higher end audio editor, I would have a lot of people complaining about that, being like, I don't have the money to get Pro Tools. So I went with soundtracks since it comes with the Final Cut Pro suite, and it's very similar in its functions to a lot of others like it on the lower end pricing scale. Now inside your audio editor, gather the clips you like best and start mixing together to create the sound you are looking for. For one of mine, I used one that was a bit on the higher end, one that had a nice amount of load to it, and then a clip where I had it in a plastic tub, which gave it kind of a thump. Then one more where it was on top of the grill. So I mixed these together and got something pretty close to what I wanted. So then I added some EQ to a few of the tracks to pull a little bit more of the low end or the high end out depending, then a bit of reverb to them as a whole, but it was still missing something. I listened to it over and over to try to figure out what that was, and finally figured out that it was just missing a little bit of that extra cinematic crash. So I went and I grabbed a kitchen pan and recorded me slapping the side of it. Surprisingly, this extra bit of high-end impact was exactly what I needed and filled out the rest of my sound to where I finally had this.
See you in a minute, Jesus!
And now, once again, I have a present for you, my friends. I decided to put up a few of my favorite finished gun sounds that I made for you to download for freezies right here. Use however you want, because I love you crazy kids. So if you want them, head over to this link right here, do some downloading, and have a blasty-tasty with some new sound effects. Netflix streams TV shows and movies directly to your home, saving you time, money, and hassle. As a Netflix Unlimited member, you can instantly watch TV episodes and movies streaming directly to your PC, Mac, or right to your TV with the Xbox 360, PS3, or Nintendo Wii console. Watch as many movies as you want, and you can cancel anytime you want. Get your free trial membership by going to netflix.com/filmright and sign up now. Be sure to use this URL so they know we sent you and you can get your free trial and start watching movies. Gotta tell you, Netflix and me, I love it. That's it, that's the end, and it's over and whatnot. But feel free to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Ryan_Conley. Also, check out last Thursday's episode where we play with more fire. And don't forget to follow Film State on its own channel now. It's no longer here, it's over there, as I keep telling you, so show some support, because we love you, and you love us, I hope. And I'll see you wonderful people on Thursday. So until then, stay safe, and watch good films. Bye-bye.
Don't breathe that in, that'll suck.